Well, hello there. It's Tuesday, and I am bringing you a Freckled Fawn Friday. This is my 8th video in a series, and I bring this to you every Friday. This picture is of my brother, and you may or may not be comfortable with the next couple of layouts that I do, but I will forewarn you, I do the happy and the sad moments in my life, and this story's a little bit sad. So if you are uncomfortable with that, by all means, do not watch. But I usually tell the background to the picture, and if you've been following me for a while, I just, I want to remember everything, and I want to tell stories for my family as they, once I can't tell the story, I want my grandchildren and my, you know, daughters to know the backstory. So, and I do journaling on the back. I know a lot of times I don't show that, but Freckle Fawn Friday was designed to use it up. I've got a couple of years worth of kits, and once you make the background, which I made this background with some paper from Simple Stories Daily Grind and some We Are Memory Keepers Jet Set, and it was called Highway. Pulled in some Project Life cards and a doily, and my scraps I use to always layer the background. So that's um, kind of the normal thing I do. I did a bit of watercolor and mixed media on the background with some Shimmers products. One is Colorings in Osei Can You See, and the other one is a Vibes Jenny B Blue. And sometimes I do white backgrounds, sometimes I do printed backgrounds, but I do like how this one turned out. And I have so many pattern papers, I feel like I should use them as a background when I can. Otherwise, I'm going to have all this pattern paper and just keep going through white American craft cardstock. And I like pattern paper, so this is a tag that I just pulled from my stash, and I'll add a bit of my favorite little white cotton twine. Um, but the story behind this is where I'm bringing in Freckled Fawn, by the way. Everything else that you see on this layout is Freckled Fawn. I use quite a bit of it. I get pretty heavy-handed, and I do love to embellish, so that's no surprise. But the background to the picture is this is a picture of my brother. He was 4 years older than me growing up, and this is a picture of his oldest son. And my brother had a lot of depression issues. And so, I mean, that kind of runs through my family, anxiety and depression. Fortunately, I just got the anxiety, which I know that's not really fortunate. I struggle with it all the time, but I've received a lot of help over the years and have learned how to control it. But my brother never addressed it. And so it very much consumed his life and his actions and the way he lived. And he made a lot of poor choices. And it's just sad because he had such a big heart. He was such a beautiful person on the inside, but he just always felt misunderstood and like he didn't belong. And it was just, it was sad. And he always looked sad. I mean, sometimes he'd get in a mood where he was being silly and funny, but for the most part, he didn't want his picture taken. He wasn't comfortable with himself. Um, so you can see that in this picture. And I just thought, I got this wood veneer in my Freckled Fawn kit, and I came across this picture because I've been trying to do pictures of him and my dad, who recently passed away, because they both recently passed in the last couple of years, and so did my grandmother. And so um, it's just, it's a sad, I had a wood veneer that said sad, and I thought, well, that goes very well because, he was a beautiful person. It was kind of a sad waste that he never got the help that he needed, and nor did he want it. I mean, it was, he knew he had some issues, so, but he just thought that's the way he is. Sorry, my recording stopped. But, you know, I wrapped this up. I did put his, I called him Bubba growing up, so I did use some Freckled Fawn wood veneer that says Bubba. I don't know why I didn't have that last little clip for you, but that's the backstory. I'm not sad or anything. I'm just sharing it with you. And, I loved the time I got with him, and I hope you enjoyed the layout. I think it turned out really nice. It is pretty messy, but I get that way sometimes. So I appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you later, but ta-ta for now. Bye.